Hi guys, Classroom of the Elite episode 1 is here, and today's episode is very exciting. But if someone has not subscribed to the Ani1 Explain channel, then do it because it is absolutely free for you. And now such episodes will keep coming. So let us start the video. The episode starts with Suki. Here he is talking to someone. He is giving that person the complete data of all second-year students. Well, the person he is talking to right now, his job is to get Ayanokoji Kiyotaka expelled from school so that Ayanokoji can go back to the White Room. Suki is also telling him that by combining with his talent, they can get Ayanokoji expelled from school. Suki reveals that the person he was talking to is also a White Room student just like Ayanokoji. The next scene is of the school. Ayanokoji is sitting in the classroom and Miyake comes to him. Miyake tells him that he never used to come to the group meetings during spring break. Ayanokoji tells him, "I don't sit around doing nothing like you. I have work to do." Miyake says that he did not care much about it, but even then Sakura and Hasabe were missing him a lot. Hearing this, Ayanokoji says, "Now I will definitely come to every useless meeting." Miyake says, "Yes, I will be happy if you come." The next scene is of Kushida and Sudo, who are very shocked after seeing Horikita's new hairstyle. Horikita tells them, "I just got a haircut." Sudo says that he did not expect Horikita to cut her hair, but the hairstyle she has right now looks quite good on her. Kushida also agrees that, yes, that is true. Now they ask Horikita, "Why exactly did you cut your hair?" Horikita tells them that cutting her hair shows that she will improve her Class D ranking. Let me make it clear to everyone beforehand that these students have now entered second year. Hearing this, Kushida says, "If that is the case, then I will also grow my hair long now." After a little while, Chabashira also arrives here. As soon as Chabashira arrives, she tells all these students that they will have to install a new app made by the school. The name of this app is Overall Ability. The short form of this app is OA. All students are going to use this app, and by using this app, students will get many resources. This app will also have data of all these students. This app will also have a personal ranking of all these students, and this ranking will be decided based on the performance of all these students in first year. This question is asked by Ike to the teacher. The teacher says, "You idiot. By now you must have understood what I said." Sudo sees that his rank is E, and he has been given an E rank in academics. Chabashira also tells them that their rank in this app will keep getting updated every month. Like right now, Sudo's rank in academics is E. If he works hard and studies, then next month his rank can even become A+. After hearing what the teacher said, Sudo gets excited. After using this app, one student can also see the performance of another student. In short, here everyone can find out who stands at what level. But Chabashira tells them that going forward, the rankings will not affect them in any way. Anyway, here Ayanokoji does not care about any of these things at all. The rankings will not affect them in any way. Anyway, here Ayanokoji does not care about any of these things at all. The rankings will not affect them in any way. Anyway, here Ayanokoji does not care about any of these things at all. Well, now here Miss Chabashira tells them that she feels that maybe when these students are about to go to the next year and the school feels that their performance is poor, then a penalty can be put on all these students. But all these things are just what Miss Chabashira is thinking and guessing. She is not confirmed about this. Sakura says, "What do you mean that she can be expelled from school?" Miss Chabashira also says that if these students are not satisfied with their ranking, then they can work hard. Ayanokoji understands here that through this app, people will just focus more on themselves. This means the students of the class will only see their personal growth and not the growth of the entire class. Miss Chabashira also tells them that the person whose mind is behind this app is their own school president, Nagumo Miyabi. Hearing this, Ayanokoji thinks that this Nagumo is using his brain even more than me. After thoroughly messing with all these students, Miss Chabashira now tells them the main thing. She tells all of them that their first special test of second year is about to happen, and her expression becomes something like this while saying this. In this special test, they will have to form a partnership with new first-year students and take a written test. The teacher tells them that the reason behind the special test is that the school wants communication skills to develop properly among all these students, because when these people graduate from this school, they will have to deal with many new people. If the communication skills of all these students are good, then they will be able to talk to others easily. Now the teacher tells them that their special test will happen 2 weeks later. But now it is up to them which student from first year they will make their partner. Horikita is thinking that her interaction with first-year students might be a little difficult. This special test that is going to happen will have 5 subjects, and they will get 100 points for each subject, meaning a total 500-point test is going to happen. The teacher also tells all of them that they will also get extra points if they perform well. Sudo is feeling that if he fails, he will be expelled from school. The partnership will happen with the mutual agreement of 2 students, and once a partner is chosen, they cannot leave them. And by now, all these students must have guessed that the student with the best ranking will be in high demand. Now Ike asks, what about those students who will not be able to find a partner before the test? The teacher says that students who cannot choose their partner will be randomly paired with someone, but such students will also be given a 5% penalty. Now finally, here comes Karuizawa. I was waiting for this one honestly. So she says that if she cannot find a partner, then her situation will become bad. And Sudo's reaction here is worth watching. It looks like he is starting to get a little nervous. In the next scene, a meeting of these students is going on. What do we have to do now? Because he does not want to get expelled from school like Yamada, Hirata says here that they will have to make a good plan now. And then Horikita says there is no need to rush. She also tells them that combining 2 partners, there should be a minimum of 500 points, meaning any E-rank student can easily pass this test by teaming up with a B-rank student. Hirata then supports what Horikita said. He assures them that they will all pass this test together like every other test. Horikita says that the most important work right now is that they will have to think very carefully while choosing their partner. And she also tells the other students that if they face any problem, then they should talk to either her or Hirata. Ayanokoji, sitting there, is thinking this is their end. He is looking at his app here, and he finds out some things. If any student intentionally lowers their rank, then they will be expelled from school. He also thinks that if his pairing accidentally happens with a white room student, then that student will definitely try to score 0. And this will also cause a lot of damage to Ayanokoji, and Ayanokoji might get expelled from school. That is why, if Ayanokoji ends up making the wrong white room student his partner, then he is done. He also feels that this is definitely Chairman Suki's doing. In the next scene, Ayanokoji and Horikita are together. Horikita is telling Ayanokoji does he remember that during winter break, she had told Ayanokoji that she would compete with him. Ayanokoji asks her does she want to compete with him in the upcoming test. Horikita says yes, absolutely. If Ayanokoji wins, then Horikita will join the student council. But if Horikita wins, then Ayanokoji will have to use his full potential in making their class into Class A. Ayanokoji says that he has no problem with this. Now Horikita starts telling him some things. She has found out through the app about first-year students whose rank is B or above. In Class A of first year, there are 17 such students. In Class B and C, there are 13 students. And in Class D, there are only 11 such students, meaning there are a total of 54 such students. And in their own class, there are only 4 such students whose academic achievement is at E rank. In their class, there are only 12 students whose rank is D. So easily, the pairing of their class members can happen with first-year students. Ayanokoji says that the main problem here is how to get the pairing done with D and E rank students of their class. And Horikita says that their first priority is to get Sudo paired. Getting Sudo paired is difficult because he is a little aggressive type of person. Just then, they suddenly receive a message from Ichinose. Ichinose has arranged a meeting between first and second year students inside the gym, and she has also invited both of them to that meeting. Horikita says that all of them will tempt the first year students with points. Now, Ayanokoji also gets ready to go to this meeting, because he wants to see what plan Horikita is actually making. The next scene is of the gym where all the students have arrived. These 3 notice that Ichinose is handling all the students very well. Now Horikita's mind shifts a little, and she tells both of them that they should not go to this meeting because more than half the students have not even come to this meeting, and Horikita wants to go and talk to those students who had not come. Horikita also asks them, have they not noticed that no one from Class D has come to this meeting? Meaning, there is not a single student here from first year Class D, and there are approximately 40 students in one class. And if Class D students have not come, then it means their class is working together. Ayanokoji also says that Class 1D has a leader. Horikita's plan is that she will go and talk directly to the Class D leader. In the next scene, these people are going, and on the way they see Hashimoto. Hashimoto also tells them that no student from Class A of second year went to that meeting of Ichinose. Horikita asks Hashimoto how they will bring the smart students of their class to their side. Hashimoto tells that this depends on Sakayanagi. He is just her follower and nothing else. After saying this, Hashimoto leaves from here. In the next scene, these people are going through the gallery, but just then, they find Ryuen on the way. Ryuen tells them that the most useless students of the class will go to Ichinose's meeting. That is why Ryuen did not go to Ichinose's meeting. Ryuen's plan is that he will threaten first-year students to bring them to his side, because it is not mentioned in the rules that someone cannot threaten someone to bring them to their side. Horikita tells that if anyone complains about Ryuen's this behavior, then Ryuen will be in serious trouble. But Ryuen is stubborn. He says that he will not do any such work by which he gets caught. Before leaving from here, Ryuen gives these three a piece of information. He tells these three that the first-year students know how this school works. Now Horikita feels that getting the first-year students to her side will be quite difficult for her. Now as soon as all these people go to first-year Class D, they find the class completely empty. The next day, Ayanokoji sees on his phone app that a total of 22 pairs have been formed so far. Just then, a student comes running here, and he shouts, telling his entire class that some first-year students are coming towards their class. Well, these two students are from first year who are going towards their class. This girl's name is Tsubasa, and she is from Class 1D, and this is her classmate, Hosen. Horikita tells these two that first-year students cannot come to meet their seniors without an invitation. But Hosen here is a little in a fighting mood, but he does not know that Sudo is in an even bigger fighting mood than him. So now, these two have an argument. Tsubasa tells Hosen that this is Sudo, and his academic rank is E+, meaning he is the dunce of the class. Hosen also says the same thing, you are the dunce of the class. Hosen is insulting their entire class here. He says that their entire class is full of idiots and is of no use to anyone. That is why Hosen felt that he should help these people. Horikita says, so you people want to partner with us. Hosen very rudely says that the people of their class will have to bow down in front of them so that these first-year students can also pair up with them. Sudo gets angry hearing Hosen's words, but Horikita tells him to stay calm. But let me tell you one thing. Ayanokoji's class is currently in Class D. Hosen also tells these people that it is their choice whether they lower their scores too. Sudo tells him, is he a little stupid? Doing this will get him expelled from school. Hosen also knows that it is the second-year students who will be expelled from school and not the first-year students. But Horikita tells Hosen, if you do this, then your personal points will suffer. Hosen says that he does not care about this at all. Tsubasa also does not care about this. After hearing Hosen's words, now Sudo is about to beat up Hosen, but Horikita tells Sudo to stop because the school cameras are everywhere. Sudo stops, but Hosen hits and knocks Sudo down. Now Sudo is about to give Hosen a beating, but just then Izazaki comes here to stop him. Izazaki tells Hosen to stop his nonsense. And now Ryuen also comes here with Ibuki. He stops Izazaki from fighting. Ryuen knows who Hosen is. Hosen also knows everything about Ryuen. These two are also looking to fight each other here. But Ryuen calms down a little, and he knows that there is nothing to be gained in fighting. Ryuen is now leaving without fighting. Hosen tries to stop him, but he does not stop. That is why now Hosen grabs Ibuki by the neck and lifts her up. Hosen asks Ryuen, can you save her from me? Tsubasa tells Hosen here to stay calm because she knows that cameras are set up here and there is no point in fighting. Tsubasa tells Hosen that if he does not let this girl go right now, then Tsubasa will have to take action against Hosen. Hearing this, Hosen lets go of this girl and tells Tsubasa, it takes a lot of guts to threaten me. Tsubasa tells him, do whatever you want. But just then, their teacher comes here and tells them that fighting is not a good thing. Before leaving, Hosen tells Ryuen that he will pair up with Ryuen if Ryuen bows down in front of him to do so. But obviously, Ryuen will refuse. Before leaving, Tsubasa also apologizes to all of them. But before leaving, she is staring very intensely at Ayanokoji. And with this episode ends here. Episode 2 start with Yagami, Kushida's junior from middle school, comes to meet her. Seeing him, Kushida becomes very happy, and Ayanokoji starts asking Suzune whether she knows Yagami, because Suzune had also studied in the same school as Kushida. But Suzune denies this and says that she does not know those people with whom she has nothing to do. Then Ayanokoji starts asking whether Yagami knows about Kushida's past. But Suzune does not know anything about this either. And here we see Yagami offers Kushida a partnership, because of which Kushida starts saying that he should partner with someone smart. And Yagami holds Kushida's hand and tells her that he is new to this school and he needs a partner whom he can trust. And for this, Kushida is absolutely perfect. Then Kushida asks for a little time, for which Yagami agrees, and starts saying that he will not make a partner until Kushida gives her answer. So here all the first years are having fun in the market, and Sudo starts taunting them for this because they have to find a partner there. But Suzune reminds him that in first year they were the same way, and we find out that those three have come there so that they can find a partner for Sudo. Then they go to some first years, because of which they find out that those first years have also not made any partner yet, and they are ready to talk with them. Then Suzune tells them that they are looking for a partner for Sudo, because of which one boy shows them 5 fingers, and Sudo starts saying that he is not going to give them 500 points at all. But then that first year tells that he is not talking about 500 but 500,000 points, hearing which Sudo gets surprised. Then all those first years tell that they have also received offers from other classes, because of which they will decide their partner only by choosing the best offer among them. Then Suzune asks for time to consider this, and starts asking them to introduce them to some students of Class D. But the first year students refuse this because they are scared of Hosen. Then those three go back from there. I cannot believe that these people are taking advantage of us like this. And on top of that, they also said that if they introduce us to Class D students, then Hosen will get very angry, which means Hosen has completely scared us. But if these people keep doing this, then till the deadline comes, they will not have any partner. At this time, second year, students are most scared of not finding a partner, because of which Hosen wants to take advantage of this and collect a lot of points. So, if we keep asking around like this, then the result of that will also be the same. So then what should we do now? I do not want to enter the money game at all, because if we come first place in this test, then we will get 50 class points. And if we convert them into private points, then we will get more than 2 million points. So that means even if we give 500,000 points per student, we will not be able to gather more than 5 students. So that is why using points is not the solution to this problem. So that means we should negotiate with Class 1D only. But relying on Hosen is very risky. So to find an excellent partner, we will have to ask around. Then a girl who is listening to their conversation tells them that she is an excellent partner. Then that girl tells her name as Ichika, and she belongs to Class 1A, and her academic achievement grade is A, because of which she offers them a partnership. But Suzune starts asking her whether she will partner with Sudo. Your academic rating is E+, right? But okay, never mind. I am ready to support you because I like strong men very much. And I am not talking about strong will, but physically strong person. So that is why I think I should find many strong males. And after that, make them fight each other, so that whoever comes on top can become my partner. Suzune tells them, are you joking? You know that you cannot do this, right? Then Ichika says, I am not joking because I really like strong men very much. So Sudo moves away from Ichika because he feels that she is making fun of him. And Suzune also agrees with this, because of which they start leaving from there. Then Ichika says that if they forgive her, then she will give them one more chance. Because of which Suzune starts asking about this. Because of which Ichika tells her that apart from strong men, she also likes men who cook food. Because of which if Sudo makes a delicious dish that she has requested, then he can become her partner. But we see that Sudo has never cooked food, because of which Suzune starts talking about cooking in his place. But Ichika refuses this, because she only likes those men who can cook food. Then Suzune starts asking Ayanokoji that what he had said last time that he can cook well, was that true? Then Ayanokoji says yes to this, because of which Suzune starts asking Ichika whether she will let Ayanokoji cook in place of Sudo. Then Ichika agrees to this, but she starts asking Ayanokoji whether he can really cook. But Suzune assures her that Ayanokoji can do this, and Ayanokoji also agrees to this, because of which Ichika gets ready for this, and tells them that if they cannot feed her a good home-cooked meal tomorrow after class, then she is not going to be anyone's partner. So hearing this, Sudo also starts requesting in front of Ayanokoji, and Ichika leaves from there. Then we find out that Ayanokoji does not know how to cook at all, and they had planned all this by looking at the situation at that time. And Suzune had also already thought about what she has to do next. Then Ayanokoji is checking notifications. 56 pairs have been formed so far, which means now it is also time for me to get serious. Then we see Nanase comes to meet Ayanokoji and starts apologizing to him for Hosen's actions. You do not need to apologize for him. I had come with him so that he would not do anything wrong. But I failed in this, and that is why I am apologizing. This is a very well-mannered, polite, and good grades bringing girl. So what is she doing in Class D after all? And on top of that, the way she was looking at me does not feel right to me. So, have you made a partner yet? No, not yet. Some people have offered me, but I have not decided yet. So, is it not possible that Class D of both years can meet together and help each other find partners? So, are you talking about an alliance? You said absolutely right. I am also in favor of this. But still, the biggest problem is Hosen, because many students are scared of Hosen, because of which they are doing only what Hosen is telling them to do. Do you have any special position in your class? Because looking at you, it does not seem like you are scared of Hosen. This is because I do not bow down in front of violence. But still, if Hosen decides what your class policy will be, then I do not think he will agree to my offer. But still, if you want to do this, despite this situation, then I can set up a negotiation. If that can happen, then Suzun will be very happy. Is Suzun Didi the leader of your class? You said absolutely right, and I will tell her about this. So, can you give me your number? Then they both exchange their numbers with each other. And here Ayanokoji tells Suzune everything, because of which Suzune cannot believe that Ayanokoji has taken initiative for something, because of which Ayanokoji starts saying, should he not have done this? Then Suzune tells him that he has really done something amazing. But Ayanokoji is still worried about Hosen, and he explains to Suzune that the money game she is trying to stay away from is exactly what Hosen actually wants. Because of which, Suzune starts saying, is Hosen really after points? And Ayanokoji also starts asking Suzune whether she thinks that Hosen is targeting them. Then Suzune herself does not believe this, but she knows this much, that dealing with Hosen is not that easy. Because of which she is also trying to form an alliance with Class 1B. And helping them in this is that Yagami, who was with Suzune and Kushida in middle school, because Kushida has partnered with Yagami, because of which now Kushida herself is negotiating with them. Then here, Ayanokoji has come shopping with Ichika, where Ichika is taking premium items for cooking, and she is telling Ayanokoji to pay the money for this. Then they go to Ayanokoji's room, where Ayanokoji tells Ichika to rest and starts going to cook. But Ichika starts telling Ayanokoji to leave his phone there, so that Ayanokoji does not cheat. Because of which, Ayanokoji puts his phone on the bed and starts asking Ichika what dish she actually wants. Ichika tells Ayanokoji the name of the dish. Because of which, Ayanokoji goes to the kitchen, and we find out that Suzune is going to give Ayanokoji instructions through an earpiece, and she had also taught Ayanokoji how to use a knife the previous day. Then, after a little while, Ayanokoji brings the dish ready, and seeing it, Ichika feels that it is very tasty. Because of which she starts eating it with great enjoyment, and we see that she likes that dish very much. Then Ayanokoji starts asking her what her decision is, and Ichika tells him that his dish is not good enough to pass, but he worked very hard for her and also went shopping for her, because of which she is ready to pair up with Sudo. Then Ayanokoji says thank you to her, and Ichika also leaves from there. Then Suzune is also happy about this, that Sudo's partner problem has been solved, because of which now she can focus on her next problem. Then Ayanokoji comes to the kitchen. If Ichika is a White Room student, then I expect that she must have definitely placed something here to listen to my conversations. But now that she has left me and partnered with Sudo, this makes it clear that she is absolutely not a White Room student. Then Ayanokoji gets a message from Nanaze, who is calling him to meet after class the next day. And then we see here the Class A group, where Masumi is telling Sakayanagi that the students they had talked to have been given another offer by Class C and have also been given an offer of 10,000 points to refuse class as offer. Then Sakayanagi realizes that Ryuen wants to fight with her, because of which she starts telling them to inform those first years that they will also match Ryuen's offer. But she also says, along with it, that even if first-year students agree to partner with them, there is no need for them to form a partnership, because of which Masumi starts asking what is actually going on, because she is not understanding anything. Then Sakayanagi starts explaining to her that even though Ryuen's strategy is good, he has made one mistake, because he is giving offers to all those students to whom Class A has also given an offer. Because of which, Masumi starts asking that if Ryuen has given offers to everyone, then he must have a lot of private points. But we see that Sakayanagi does not believe this at all, because no points are spent to offer a bribe to someone. Because of which Masumi starts asking that if they are pretending like they have money, then what benefit can Class C get from this? He is doing all this because if he does not do this, then Class A can attract many excellent students just on the power of their brand. But if Class C is offering bribes, then we will also have to play the money game. So, does Ryoen now want to drive the price up so that we have to spend as many points as possible? But he has underestimated me and Class A's brand power. Then here Class C's meeting is also going on, where Albert tells Ryoen that the Class B first years, to whom they had given an offer of 200,000 points, are receiving even more offers, because of which Ibuki starts worrying. But Ryoen stops them from worrying and starts telling them to inform the Class B first-year students that they will give them 100,000 points before the test and 200,000 more points after the test. Ryoen is confident that despite so many points, those first-year students will not be satisfied, and they will hope that Sakayanagi will also give them more offers. Because of which, Ibuki starts asking whether their plan will not fail, because even if they offer the same points, Class A's brand power can beat them. Because of which, Ryoen starts saying that Class A's brand power is temporary. And Isazaki starts asking that if the bidding keeps going up like this, then what will they do? Because of which, Ryoen explains to him that they will not pay because he is doing all this so that he can get to know the students of first-year classes well, because he is completely sure that people who can melt today for the sake of points can also be useful to them in the future for the sake of points. Ryoen also tells them that he is not going to give small class points to anyone, because if he has to defeat Class A, then he will have to offer a very big class point. Then Ayanokoji and Suzune go to the library to meet Nanase, where they meet Hiyori, who is a student of Class B. Because of which Ayanokoji starts asking her about Class B things, and Hiyori tells him that everything is going well there. So here Suzune tells Ayanokoji that if they want to move forward, then they will have to know what Hosen wants, to which Ayanokoji also agrees, and he is wanting to see whether Hosen will come there today or not. And just then we see Nanase comes back. Then Suzune and Nanase introduce themselves to each other, and Suzune tells Nanase that she is not going to give any points in exchange for the contract. And because Nanase already knows about this, she is confident that negotiation can happen between them. I am hoping the same. Hosen's strategy is for personal self-interest, and if this keeps going on, then students whose academic achievement is low will not get any partner. But I am most scared of this, that if Hosen keeps working for his self-interest like this, then our class unity will break. Then Suzune also agrees to this, and Nanase tells her that this is exactly why she has come there to negotiate for her class. Because of which, Suzune asks her how many people in Class 1D have not found a partner. Because of which Nanase tells them that, till now, a total of 15 people have not found a partner. Then hearing this, Suzune decides that she will make a large contract with Nanase, in which they will finalize 15 partnerships with each other. Then hearing this, Nanase gets surprised, and she likes this proposal very much. But she is also confident that Hosen will never agree to this without payment. Because of which, Suzune starts asking why exactly that is, because this is not going to cause any loss to Hosen. I know that is the case, but still I do not think he will allow this. So this is the situation. Now I have understood one thing about Hosen's thinking, and with this episode ends. So if you like this video, then subscribe to the Ani One Explain to watch such anime explanation. Goodbye.